गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः.
A great teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches the heart. Namaste. Respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends, a very good day to one and all. 5th September holds a remarkable and important position in the history of India as well as in the history of education. It is celebrated in India as Teachers' Day to respect and pay homage to teachers throughout the country. To know the backstory of this day, one needs to look back at the golden days of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Distinguished scholar of 20th century India, a great philosopher and a Hindu intellectual, Dr. Radhakrishnan was born into a Brahmin household in Tirutani village of Madras on 5th September 1888. An excellent student since childhood, he went to the Christian Missionary Institution and Lutheran Mission School and completed his graduation and post-graduation from Madras Christian College. He took a job as assistant professor of philosophy at Madras Residency College and also worked as a professor in the University of Mysore and University of Calcutta. He was the first Indian to hold a professorial chair at the University of Oxford. Dr. Radhakrishnan was designated a post as India's first Vice President and took oath as the President of India in 1962 after Dr. Rajendra Prasad's presidentship tenure. In 1962, some of his students presented the idea of celebrating his birthday, but he politely declined the offer, suggesting them to celebrate the day as Teachers' Day. And from that year onwards, September 5th, his birth anniversary was celebrated as Teachers' Day across India. Due to his excellent qualities, the Government of India has awarded him the most potent civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. He was amongst the first personalities in the nation to get this award in 1954. Dr. Radhakrishnan was very popular among his students throughout his teaching career, and he urged his students to gain as much knowledge as possible from a very young age. This eminent intellectual and great scholar will surely live in the hearts of all Indians for his unimaginable participation in the area of education and development of the nation.
Hello, let me tell you a lovely story about Teacher's Day. Long ago, God created man and then started to think, he will be very far away from me. Who will look after him and teach him to think, play and love? God thought and created a special creature who sometimes became a man, sometimes a woman. He never got tired, had so much of patience and loved children, was so hardworking, knew many stories. Man will be safe under his guidance, thought God, and put him on earth to take care of man and give him a special name, Guru. Guru means darkness and Guru means light. Guru means someone who would help us to find a solution for our problems and take away the darkness. In ancient India, parents started leaving their children under the care of Guru. A child was left with Guru to learn, to read, to count, and so on. The home of Guru was known as Gurukul. Gradually there came a change in everything, and slowly Gurukul changed into cement and a brick building called a school. Then Guru also got a new name, teacher. People wanted a special day for this, to show their love and respect for their teacher. So Teacher's Day is celebrated on different days in the world. In India, we celebrate Teacher's Day on September 5th. Why did we choose 5th September? It was to show our respect towards a great teacher, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. He was the second president of Free India. He was a great teacher loved by children. All the students just want to celebrate his birthday. So Dr. Radhakrishnan said, if you want to celebrate my birthday, celebrate it as Teacher's Day and dedicate to all teachers in India. From then onwards, we started celebrating September 5th as Teacher's Day. The best way to celebrate Teacher's Day is to talk to your teacher, listen to your teacher, love and respect your teacher. Happy Teacher's Day!
Namaste. Time to meet our alumni, special alumni, on the occasion of Teacher's Day. As I begin, I offer my reminiscing to the heartwarming memories left behind by our beloved colleagues who are no more with us. Dear beloved Elsie teacher and most dearest Indra teacher. Their fond memories with us shall ever be in our hearts. A teacher influences eternity, wrote Henry Adams. And what better way to see this influence, this practice, in the way our students are now teachers in different places. What I like to call the infinity loop of the influence, the touchstone of our efforts, and our absolute delight in seeing what they have made of themselves. Time to meet our first alumni. Lieutenant Jason Jacob, who defines the cliche, like father, like son. I let him tell you more about that. He is an assistant professor and head of department of mathematics at St. Aloysius College in Thrissur, and is also a research scholar at CUSAT, Cochin, with the Department of Mathematics. Here's Lieutenant Jason Jacob. Incidentally, he's an NCC officer as well. Here he is talking to us. Lieutenant Jason Jacob.
Namaste. Teachers' Day greetings to all my beloved teachers of Bhavan's Thrissur. I'm Jason Jacob and I belong to 2006 pass-out batch. And for the Bhavan's community, I'll be better known as son of TP Jacob sir, who got retired from the Department of Commerce in last 2021. And currently I'm working as an assistant professor and Associate NCC Officer of St. Aloysius College, Elthurith, and my subject is mathematics. അധ്യാപക ദിനത്തിൽ അധ്യാപകരെ പറ്റിയുള്ള ഓർമ്മകളാണ് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലേക്ക് വരുന്നത്. ആദ്യമേ തന്നെ വരുന്ന രണ്ട് മുഖങ്ങൾ എൽസി ടീച്ചറുടെയും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇന്ദിര ടീച്ചറുടെയാണ്. നമ്മളിൽ നിന്ന് വിട്ടുപിരിഞ്ഞ ഈ രണ്ട് അധ്യാപകരുടെയും ഓർമ്മകൾക്ക് മുമ്പിൽ പ്രണാമം അർപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. വിദ്യാഭവനിൽ പഠിച്ച കാലം 2006 വരെ, 1993 മുതൽ 2006 വരെയുള്ള വർഷങ്ങളിലാണ് ഞാൻ വിദ്യാഭവനിൽ പഠിച്ചത്. ഫ്രം KG to 12th. നീണ്ട 15 വർഷത്തിനിപ്പുറം ഒന്നങ്ങോട്ട് തിരിഞ്ഞു നോക്കുമ്പോൾ അധ്യാപകരെ കുറിച്ച് ഓർക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒരു അധ്യാപകൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു അധ്യാപിക എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കണം എന്നുള്ളതിന് ഉത്തമ ഉദാഹരണങ്ങളാണ് അവിടെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിരുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ സാധിക്കും. നമ്മളെ ശകാരിക്കേണ്ടടുത്ത് ശകാരിക്കാനും സ്നേഹിക്കേണ്ടടുത്ത് സ്നേഹിക്കാനും മോട്ടിവേഷൻ നൽകേണ്ട സ്ഥലത്ത് മോട്ടിവേഷൻ നൽകാനും കുട്ടികളെ എങ്ങനെ മോൾഡ് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളതിന് നമ്മുടെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടിയിരുന്ന ആ ഒരു സമയത്തുണ്ടായിരുന്ന ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എല്ലാവരും അതിൽ ഉത്തമ ഉദാഹരണങ്ങളായിരുന്നു. എന്നെ പഠിപ്പിച്ച എല്ലാ ടീച്ചേഴ്സും എന്നെ ഒന്നല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേറൊരു തരത്തിൽ എന്നെ ഇൻഫ്ലുവൻസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. എൻ്റെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സിനെ കണ്ട് അവരുടെ ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുന്ന രീതികൾ എല്ലാം ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടതുകൊണ്ട് ആയിരിക്കാം എൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലും ഒരു അധ്യാപകനാകും എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ആശയം, ആഗ്രഹം ഉടലെടുത്തു. എന്നെ ഞാനാക്കിയ എൻ്റെ വിദ്യാലയം, എൻ്റെ ഭവൻസിലെ എല്ലാ അധ്യാപകരോടും ഞാൻ എന്നും കടപ്പെട്ടവനായിരിക്കും. എൻ്റെ എല്ലാ അധ്യാപകർക്കും വളരെ സന്തോഷം നിറഞ്ഞ നല്ല ഒരു അധ്യാപകൻ കൂടെ ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. നല്ലത് വരട്ടെ എന്ന് ആത്മാർത്ഥമായി പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.
Tell me, what are the odds that classmates, same school, become teachers to work in their alma mater, in the very same department as well? Amazing, isn't it? And that is exactly who our next two alumni are. Srimati Smita Rohit and Srimati Sandhya George of the class of 1992, currently our colleagues in the Bhavan schools in the special education department. First, Smita Rohit of the special education department at Kulapati Munshi Bhavan's Vidya Mandir, Kotor, our sister school. She's the head of department there and also teaches psychology at the senior secondary level. Smita is the recipient of several awards, the Jeevan Kaushal Award and the Special Jury Award in 2015 for her work in special education. She's also the SSCT recipient of the Teacher Excellence Award in the PRT section last year in 2020. Smita is the daughter of our Patron-in-Chief, Shri K.S. Uni, who was once our honorary secretary as well of the Thrissur Bhavans Kendra. Smita is also a CBSE and Thrissur Sahodaya resource person for her work in inclusive education. Sandhya George, her classmate in school and currently her colleague in the same department, has taken inspiration from life and from Smita to do courses in special education and currently works with her at our school in Kotor. The Infinity Loop, remember? I love the fact that they are presenting their videos together and speaking to us together. Their children too have studied both in Poochatty and in Kotor. Here they are, Smita and Sandhya of the class of 1992.
Thank you, Usha teacher, for that introduction. We would like to begin by wishing you all a happy Teachers' Day. Many years ago, we were in the same position you are in now, students in Bhavans, but the school looked very different from what it is today. We belong to the second batch, which passed out in 1992. The first principal of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Trishur was our respected Amini teacher, and the school blossomed in the initial years under her able leadership. The school transitioned to CBSE from state syllabus when we were in 4th standard. This change was in no small part due to our beloved principal, Mrs. Shastri, who took the school to new heights. We soon shifted to Poochatty, where we did the rest of our schooling. Our batch consisted of just 20 students, because of which we formed a deep, long-lasting bond with our teachers and staff members. Smita and I met in 7th standard in this very school. Now, 34 years later, we work together in Bhavans alongside the teachers who taught us and our own children years later. After our graduation, we both gravitated towards special education. For me, my personal experiences led me to work with children who have special needs, and I was inspired by the work Smita had already done. We are grateful to have the opportunity to give back to the school that molded us and to touch so many of our students' lives. Working with them has been the greatest privilege and joy of our careers. We would like to thank our teachers for their guidance. They inspired us to follow their path. A relative of mine who had Down syndrome first sparked my passion for working in special education, and I was fortunate to be part of the resource room when it was introduced in Bhavans in 2006. The second resource room and subsequently NIOS were introduced in Bhavans Potor in the later years, where we are currently working. Over time, our interest and enthusiasm in the subject has only grown. Thank you and happy Teachers' Day again.
Quiet, unassuming, and a powerhouse of talent. That's how her teachers would remember Rachna Pinaya, I'm sure. While in school in the year 1998, she had won the Pranlal Devkaran Nanji Award for Harmonious Behavior. That's a very prestigious award for a school-going child to receive. Later, in class 12, she was the topper in economics. And now, Rachna is an assistant professor of economics at St. Aloysius College in Thrissur. Here's Rachna P. Nair of the class of 2000 for us.
Namaste. I thank God for what I am now. I know I am incomplete, but my lovely Bhavans teachers played a pertinent role in my character formation. They all were always my inspiration, which paved way for me to pursue this profession. I hold my teachers like Belsina teacher, Prema teacher, Savitri teacher, Meera teacher, Vasanta teacher, Jyoti teacher, Lakshmi teacher, Leather teacher, Radha Lakshmi teacher, Jacob sir, Gita teacher, Saraswati teacher, all close to my heart. Please pardon me if I missed any name. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Poochatty is always my second home because of the love, care and affection which I got from my teachers.
I'm proud to say my brother Arjun, who is now a chartered accountant, is an alumni, and my two kids Adidev and Advait are students of Bhavans Poochatty.
Thank Principal Sujata ma'am, Mini teacher and Usha teacher for giving me this opportunity. I wish all my dear teachers happy Teachers' Day. In this moment, I remember my father whom I lost few months back, and this is also a tribute to him. Thank you.
Start. Next, we have Anu Henry of the class of 2011, who her teachers would remember as a fine artist and an excellent sports person. While in school, she represented our school at inter-school sports meets and was the individual champion at the Thrissur Sahodaya sports meet. She is also the recipient of the Rashtrapati Balashri Award in the year 2007. Remember, you've already met two other of our alumni who are the Balashri awardees. Those are Nimisha Rao and Selis K. Babu. I'm sure you remember them. Now, Anu currently is a fine arts teacher and a graphic designer and working at Harishri Vidya Niketan School here in Thrissur. Anu Henry for us.
Hello everyone, I'm Anu Henry. Being an alumna of Bhavans, it's an honor and privilege to be associated with this institution. I would like to extend warm greetings to you all. Today, I'm an art teacher working at Harishri Vidyanidhi School. I did my graduation in applied art, so professionally, I'm also a graphic designer. I have a genuine passion for my subject, which I believe to show my teaching. On this Teacher's Day, I can't miss this moment to thank Lata Devi teacher as she introduced art for me. So truly thank you, ma'am. Now I thank all my co-curricular teachers and subject teachers, especially Mini teacher, Radha Lakshmi teacher and Jacob sir, that have been blessed to study under such a brilliant teachers you all. This entire school is a treasure of knowledge for me, and I've cherished each and every moment I've spent here. Thank you, Bhavans, and happy Teachers' Day.
About 4 years ago, I remember receiving a very excited call from one of my former students who had left Bhavan's Poochatty after class 10 and was in class 11 at Harishri. She called to say that a newly appointed English teacher had come to their class, and while asking their teacher about her favorite teachers, my name was mentioned in the list. And the delight. Imagine having a dear, beloved former student who is an English teacher of yet another dear, beloved former student. The infinity loop. Remember? I'm speaking about Tara Mohan of the class of 2008. Tara is the daughter of Dr. Kalyani Kuti, whose video on eye care you must have seen. It was shared in your class groups last year, and the late Dr. Mohan. She's worked as a teacher in 2 schools before moving on to the Hindu group, and she's working with their STEP program, about which she shares her thoughts. Tara Mohan of the class of 2008 for us.
Hi everyone, my name is Tara and I'm an alumna of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Poochatty. I've done all of my schooling from there, right from LKG to class 12. I believe it was in grade 8 that I decided to become a teacher, an English teacher to be more specific. Reading was my first true love, and language and literature were perhaps my only true strengths while at school, as my science teachers might remember. So naturally, when I finished my post-graduation in English literature from the English and Foreign Languages University, I became a teacher. My first stint at teaching was at an international school in Hyderabad, and the exposure that I received there truly molded me as a teacher and an individual. After 2 years there, I came back to Thrissur and I taught for a year at Harishri Vidyanidhi, which might be a school some of you are familiar with. That year, I also got the opportunity to come back to my alma mater and judge a versification competition with my most favorite English teachers of all time, Usha teacher and Meera teacher. and it was such a thrilling experience to be sitting at the same desk with them and listening to children reciting poems. It was a really thrilling experience. Right now, I have taken a break from teaching. I am now the assistant content editor at STEP from the Hindu group. STEP is an edutech branch of the Hindu newspaper where we create English language learning and teaching material for learners of all ages. Education is my chosen field of work because I believe that we can truly revolutionize education in our country, and I want to contribute in whichever way that I can. The teachers that I've worked with and the teachers that have taught me have truly inspired me to become whatever that I am today and to achieve whatever I have achieved so far. And I want to take this opportunity to wish all of them a happy Teachers' Day.
Stereotypes as far as teachers go is the teacher standing in class, taking class in a school or a college formal environment. But how refreshing is it that a growing number of young people are now working with NGOs to get access to education for underprivileged children. One such young lady is Meenakshi Salil of the class of 2020. Yes, you heard that right. She finished school last year and is currently a second year BA student in mass communications at Symbiosis, Pune. Here she is telling us about her journey into this non-stereotype of a teacher.
Hello, my name is Meenakshi Salil. I am a second year BA mass communication student at Symbiosis, Pune. Throughout my life, I was a Bhavanite and I've studied in different Bhavans at 3 different places, out of which Bhavan's Poochatty always holds a very special place in my heart. And when I say that, a huge part of the credit goes to my teachers. So first of all, a very warm Teachers' Day wishes to all the lovely teachers out there. So I'm from batch 2020 and now you'll be wondering why I'm here in a Teachers' Day video, because I'm just 1 or 2 years elder to the senior most batch at the school right now. So let me just break this concept to you. A teacher need not be always a person who teaches a lot of kids in a classroom setting. So what I try to do within my limited capacity is to teach underprivileged kids from orphanages and shelter homes as part-time who don't have access to such a good education structure like how most of us have. So I worked as an academic support volunteer wherein I teach kids and now I'm a leader at a volunteer-driven NGO called UNI Cochin. I don't know how many of you have heard about NGOs. Well, I didn't in my school time. So NGOs are non-profit organization that works collectively for a cause. So the key factor about UNI NGO is that anyone can volunteer and it's part-time. I mean, it's not even part-time. You only have to dedicate a maximum of 3 hours per week, which is probably lesser than what your social media screen time might add up to, right? And the classes are going online. So if anyone wants to know more about UNI NGO, there's the website wherein you get all the details and also can apply for volunteering. Clearly, this is your chance to become a superhero in someone else's life. So to conclude, I've been both at the receiving and delivering end of the teaching profession, and I clearly know how noble the profession is. So a big salute to my teachers and to the students, all the very best, and I really hope you explore the teacher in you very soon. Thank you.
Meet Dr. Tushara George, alumna of the class of 1995, who is now an assistant professor and research guide, Department of Economics and Center of Research at St. Teresa's College, Ernakulam. She shares her fond memories of her teachers and school, and I'm sure it is to their delight. Dr. Tushara George.
Namaste. I'm Dr. Tushara George, Associate Professor and Research Guide, Department of Economics, St. Teresa's College, Ernakulam. I am indeed happy and privileged to be an alumni of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Poochatty. Today, when I turn back, I can understand what pains my teachers had undergone to teach us, to make us understand the various concepts and lessons, not only in academics but also in life. I very clearly remember the Speak Mackay sessions, the sports sessions, the yoga sessions, and many other occasions on which we got opportunities for public speaking, for essay writing, elocution, versification, and many opportunities in dancing and singing. I believe that all these actually shape up the career of a student. Today, I try to provide my students the same kind of opportunities which Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan had provided me. I am indeed thankful to my teachers who had taken classes for me from 5th standard to 12th standard. I remember them clearly. I remember what they've taught me. Thank you, my dear teachers, and I'm happy to wish you a happy Teachers' Day. My dear teachers, happy Teachers' Day. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Start. A sportsman in school, 100 meters champion at the state level CBSE sports meet, good in academics, and now assistant professor, School of Legal Studies at CUSAT in Cochin. So, sportsman, padipist, lawyer, and now professor. You must listen to him. Who? Dr. Naveen Sukumaran of the class of 1999, fondly recalling warm memories from school and teachers who encouraged him. Here he is, Dr. Naveen Sukumaran.
Namaste, myself Naveen. I am an alumni of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Poochatty, and currently I am working as an assistant professor at School of Legal Studies, Cochin University of Science and Technology. I completed my schooling in 1999, and after that I did my LLB from Government Law College, Calicut. Thereafter I did my post-graduation, that is LLM, from Faculty of Law, Delhi University. And subsequently I started practicing at different courts in Delhi, and it was only for a very short duration, and immediately after that I started as an assistant professor at Faculty of Law, Delhi University. Thereafter I did my PhD from Cochin University, and right now I am working there as an assistant professor. But during that before joining the Cochin University, I also worked as a manager law at State Bank of India, and I have also worked with the Law Department of Government Secretariat. So coming back to my school days, I was so interested in sports activities. So many of the people who still knows me would be knowing me as an athlete, and my teachers, they also I'm also popular among my teachers as a sportsman. And it doesn't mean that I was bad in academics. I was good in academics too, but I was more inclined towards sports, and I have represented the school in athletics. I've won the first prize in the state level 100 meters senior boys athletics meet, and even I've represented the school in the south zone, but I couldn't make it. And in fact it was the Anto sir and many teacher who have inspired me during my days there at the school to participate in the sports activities. I still remember my teachers, all my teachers there at the school cheering me while during the sports days. And I still remember Teresa teacher shouting at Naveen, please come on. I still remember those good old days. And in fact I am so indebted to all my teachers there at Bhavans, because it was, I still strongly believe that it was my schooling there at Bhavans that has helped me grow up and reach where I am right now with all confidence and blessings. So once again on this day I would like to thank and wish all my beloved teachers at Bhavans a happy Teachers Day. Thank you.
It is our prayer that this infinity loop of teachers in class, motivating and inspiring these students to go on and take up the mantle of mentoring, we wish that it goes on. Teachers' Day wishes to all of these wonderful teachers, to the support staff as well. For as Lead India, one of the content creators for different subjects, had said, just like doctors, the defense services, people in the civil sanitation works are the frontline workers, teachers, in a beautiful video brought out by them, have been referred to as the future line workers, molding the future of countries and the world across. Wishes to all of you on Teachers' Day. Thank you.
This song is for those who inspire us today, who always lend a helping hand to help show us the way. This song is for those who see their students through the tough times in their lives. For that we say thank you. You have made a difference. You have shaped our minds. You have changed the world, one child at a time. You have always been there in everything you do. I hope that you're as proud of me as I am proud of you. This song is for those who heard the silent cries, who stepped in to wipe the tears from the children's eyes. For those who gave us a safe place to grow, a place for us to call our home. Forever we will know